G'day, I'm here with Kerry Clasby at the farm at Malibu. Kerry, thank you for your time. You're going to be the subject of a number of interviews now. So now that I've introduced you and the wonderful Jack has held the camera, I'm going to sneak back behind and it's all up to you, okay? So Stay tuned, don't leave us, viewers. Thank you, Jack. There's the legend himself, Jack McAndrew. Kerry, thanks for your time today. You're best telling everyone what you do. My first question is, what do you do and why is probably the more important question.
So, my name is Kerry Clasby and I call myself the Intuitive Forager. I would say that the word intuition is very important to me, and I do what I do based upon the motivation of the intuition. And I say there's two. There's the intuition and then there's the mental mind. And we always have a choice. And so I started this business from the intuition. I called myself the Intuitive Forager. The intuition showed me to call myself the Intuitive Forager and to source the best possible produce that we have on this earth for my customers, whether they be farmers market customers or customers that come to the farm or the chefs. And the motivation for me was very clear, that this life is, we're here for a purpose, and my purpose is to feed people the healthiest food that we can find.
And how do you do that? What's your business, and where do you go? Where do you get it from? What are the sort of the criteria for that?
My business model is to go to the farms and farmers markets and to know intimately the growing practices of our farmers and to understand the latest science and hacking of our biological systems, and to take ancient food preparation techniques like fermenting and mostly fermenting and cooking, and bring them back into our lives, because this industrialized society has separated us from our farmer and from our food supply, and especially the health of the soil, because the soil is the blood of the plant, and the soil that is the plants are growing in will dictate the health of the food that we're eating, therefore dictating our health. If you eat right, you feel right. Right, Charlie?
Definitely. I feel fantastic. I've been eating wonderful food.
Yeah.
Some of yours, in
Yes.
fact.
Yes.
Kerry, what are some of the hurdles, challenges you as an organic farmer and sourcer of nutritious food? What are some of the hurdles and challenges you've had, and what did you learn from them?
Excuse me. The biggest objection people have to eating properly is price. And I pay a lot to my farmers, and I pay cash. I pay a lot to my workers, and I pay a lot for the soil. And that has been an objection that people have had, and it has been an illusion, because really, if you don't pay now for good food, you will pay later for your health. And in doing what's right, we are shown the proper way to go, and in doing so, we're always provided for. So my business has had hurdles, and it's had seemingly insurmountable objections, which have all been overcome by just doing what's right. I have trucks that go to about 35 farmers markets a week, and I have about 4 or 5 foragers who are out there talking to the farmers and knowing what their growing practices are. And we probably source from about 100 to 150 farms per week. So my farm also supplements whatever we're unable to find out, in the organic food supply, and then our farm supplies is the supplement to everything that we can't get. Like I have a lot of herbs and sugar snap peas and spinach and kale and strawberries and things that are harder to grow.
And Kerry, advice for the eaters and the feeders? Are the farmers thinking about getting into farming organically or biodynamically, just starting their own little veggie garden? And also the eaters, the guys, the clients who are going to be eating your food or hopefully inspired by you. I'm sure they would be, and your mate Jack over here, to source good food. What would you suggest they do or think about?
Well, I think you showed a picture of Jack right now, and Jack is meditating, and being still and quiet is one of the ways we can tap into our energy, the eternal energy, not the short-lived human ego energy, but our eternal energy. And in doing so, you will be shown baby steps to take. My whole business was started over baby steps. I had an SUV and I was growing heirloom tomatoes, and I brought them to the chefs. And then in the winter, I learned how to source wild mushrooms. And so little by little, this business has grown into a place where I'm able to manage a farm and manage the distribution and understand what chefs want and understand what we need for our own health. And that's come about through our willingness to just listen quietly to what our intuitive nature is showing us what's right to do. So start with your baby steps. Understand who your farmer is. Ask the questions. You know, the big agri-farmers that we buy the inexpensive organic food from, it's better than doing a conventional route, but it's not going to have the same depth or nutritional quality that a farmer like Jack and me, who go to the lengths that we know are necessary to amend the soil and to take care of the plants. And food, just like people, have an energy. So for us to eat properly, we end up gaining energy, and really that's what life's about, is having maximum energy every day for as long as we can.